Hi, my name is Krishna Charles, and I'm an information technology professional at Florida State University. Through my skills and training, I've developed and managed several technology solutions, as well as defended them from the dangers of a fast-paced technology industry. Protecting vital assets is tough. Perhaps this video would demonstrate to you why your company should have me as their technological bodyguard. With the pace of web technology today, there's been a spike in usability and growth of server technology in the terms of the user. Everybody uses YouTube, everybody uses Google, many people use MySpace and Facebook. A lot of these social technologies are based on server technology, which with a tutorial, people can actually develop and manipulate it for themselves in a unique way. Now it so happens that when I was doing my studies at Florida State University, I was exposed to all kinds of platforms. I'm an avid computer user when I'm at home. I play games, I shoot videos as you can see here, I surf the internet, I check email, I do everything. But when I'm on the job, sometimes I'm not able to get to the data that I need to do another technology solution. And that's where I found that developing a personal server is handy.
What I want to do for you today is to show you how to create your own basic server that you can access from anywhere on the globe. It's a simple process, but it's a bit long, so before I get into telling you how, let's go over it in summary. First, I will go over the necessary software and hardware that's going to be used in this project. Second, I will be getting you familiar with the interface where I'm going to be inputting various commands and how I'm going to be putting them together. Third is the actual production process, where I'm going to piece everything from the first two steps and configure it into a ready server. And lastly, I'm going to demonstrate the basic server's operational capabilities with a few commands and requests. Also here I'm going to reiterate the steps that I did before, so that if any problems arise, you can circumvent them with minor troubleshooting. Let's begin. Step 1. The basics that you're going to need for this server is the minimum of a home desktop PC. Realistically, you could buy a server, but this project was based on a small budget and even smaller processing requirements. In this project, I will be using a home-built desktop with an Intel Pentium 4 processor, 1 GB of RAM, and a 120 GB hard drive. This should be more than enough space to do what we're going to need to do. You're also going to need an Ethernet or a dial-up connection to the internet. This is also vital because you couldn't access the server otherwise. Thirdly, you're going to need an operating system that's capable of supporting server software. I find that Linux, with its built-in packages for server support, works best for me. Thus, in this video I'm going to be using Ubuntu, a distribution based on the Debian package created by Canonical Group. Alrighty, step 2. With all these requirements met, it's time to put our server together. In front of me I have the desktop of Ubuntu fully booted and logged in, with its main control panel on the top of the screen. We'll need to use the terminal to install and configure the software we need, so I will first go to Applications. Under Applications is Accessories, which when highlighted shows that Terminal is one of the applications categorized under it. I'll click Terminal and it will bring up the Terminal console screen. This screen is where the majority of my setup will occur. Step 3. With the terminal open, I need to check to see if my desktop is connected to the network. For this, I'm going to type into the terminal the command ifconfig, which brings up my current internet configuration settings, such as default gateway and IP address. If my IP address is shown, that means my connection is active, else I need to ensure that my desktop is physically connected to the network. Seeing that my computer is on the network, I can go ahead and tell Ubuntu to install OpenSSH. SSH, or Secure Shell for its full name, is an internet protocol in which two computers can securely connect to each other to share data. Since I'll be the only one using it, this is perfect for my needs. OpenSSH, which is SSH's open source variant, is free to use, just like its parent operating system Ubuntu. To install OpenSSH, we're going to have to use Ubuntu's built-in package manager, Aptitude. However, to do this, we also have to issue commands like a superuser, also known as root. To enable superuser commands, I have to put in the command sudo in front of my commands. Now, this may require me to enter the root password, so I'll need to have that ready as well. The command we need to use to get aptitude to install SSH is sudo apt-get install OpenSSH server. Let me break that down in English. Super user commands aptitude to install OpenSSH server. Putting this command in, aptitude goes to install the packages for SSH. After it installs, it's going to ask me to restart the computer. We're going to go ahead and do that and pick up after the reboot. Step 4. Now that we're restarted and logged in, SSH should be running in the background. Let's test this by logging into our server from another computer. Here we have a computer running Windows Vista, running an SSH client program. In order to connect to the server, I've recorded my server's internet IP address to use in the shell. To log into the server, I'll input the server's IP and the username that I use on my server and try to connect. If my server is up and running correctly, it'll respond and log me in.
Well, there you have it. We've gone over the basic hardware and software requirements that you're going to need in order to build a server. We've gone over basic commands such as ifconfig and sudo that need to be implemented in order to create a server. And we've also gone over what a server should look and connect like when you activate it. And this is just the beginning. You can create an SMTP server, you can create a file server, you can go as far as to build a streaming webcast if you wanted to. This is just the beginning. I'd love to show you more than this video, so I hope to talk to you soon about how your company can benefit from my skills. If you want to contact me, all my contact information is on my resume. I hope to talk to you soon. Once again, this is Krishna Charles. I hope you loved this video.